What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. And as you're watching these amazing games here from Vortex Tournament 2019, let me tell you some amazing news regarding one of the characters and players you see here, and it's Mr. Pakistani, the unbelievable Akuma genius from Pakistan. Maybe you've seen my video on him. It's titled Unbelievable Akuma from Pakistan plays Arslan Ash. Something along those lines. It got a shitload of views. I think it's almost at 161,000 views. Thank you so much for all of that. And just a little thing that could bring some awareness to Pakistani, because God knows he deserves it. And the Pakistani scene deserves it. Arslan Ash alone, how many upsets has he been behind, you know, so far in the competitive scene? Talk about shaking things up. South Korea is not the most dominant Tekken nation anymore. Arslan Ash alone has put Pakistan at the top of a pile, the top of a food chain. And how many more God Slayers are hidden in Pakistan? You know, and it's hard for them to travel, you know, it's expensive and you gotta get a visa. But the amazing news I'm gonna share in this video is that Pakistani here, this godlike Akuma, has landed a sponsorship with Genuine Gaming. So he's now gonna be able to travel globally to Tekken events and tournaments. And holy hell, I wonder what that's gonna look like. I mean, if I was a tournament player right now, I'd be eating up my fingers and maybe even shitting myself. Because Super Akuma has shown that a lot of tournament players are not that good at the Akuma matchup, you know. He's still kind of a dark horse, you know, where a lot of people, we don't even know his full potential yet, I think. But hard to play character, of course. But now, so now we're gonna have one of the best Akuma players in the world, and arguably the greatest Akuma in the world, from Pakistan, is gonna, you know, really shake things up, I think, in the competitive scene. And as you saw in my previous video on him, where he played against Arslan, he even bested Arslan himself, the God Slayer, in a set in this tournament. He beat him. So yeah, do not underestimate this man. I think he's gonna do some crazy shit, and I just cannot wait to see him play. And another additional detail you should know, which is not very minor, but you know Shikurin, the Japanese player, needs no introduction, one of the best players in the world, made it to top 8 at EVO. Yeah, that's pretty good. One of the best Geese players in the world, one of the best Jin players in the world, unbelievably talented. He traveled together with Kuro, the Japanese streamer, super nice guy. Hello Kuro if you're watching. They traveled together to Pakistan to challenge the local scene and have some kind of friendly, you know, sets, first to 10s, with pretty much all of the best players, many players. He even played against Arslan Ash. So thumbs up to Shikurin for doing that. Must have been a lot of fun. But there we saw a lot of Pakistani players beating Shikurin. But Shikurin won a lot of sets as well. But yeah, again, Pakistani scene very strong. Arslan Ash beat Shikurin 10-3. So yeah, in a first to 10, Shikurin got 3 matches versus Arslan. And Shikurin, he had his unbelievable defense, played super well. But yeah, Arslan is Arslan. He's the God Slayer. But many Pakistani players managed to beat Shikurin, but Shikurin always got at least a match on them, or several matches. In comes Pakistani, plays against Shikurin, and he beats Shikurin. But do you know what the final score was? 10-0. Right, let that sink in for a minute. Shikurin, who makes it to top 8 at EVO 2019 with 1900 players, in a first to 10, he cannot get a single match on Pakistani. Not a single match he can get on this Akuma player right here. So that should scare you a little bit. What an accomplishment. So yeah, you just know that when an Akuma player beats a Evo 2019 top 8 placer 10-0, yeah, he's probably pretty strong. Yeah, I simply cannot wait to see him play, and I'm so happy to share these news with you guys. I think it's gonna do so much again to refreshen and yeah, just I'm trying to find the words, but just a big boost, you know, to the competitive scene. We need new faces, we need new talents. For many years it was kind of the same players, the same faces in the top 8, so suddenly we have all of these new guys who are just beating everyone, you know, left and right, and it's super hype, you know. Now when you're watching tournaments, you're like, you're a little bit like, I don't know how this is gonna play out, you know. I actually don't know. But yeah, if Arsenal these days, of course, you know that if Arsenal Ash is in a tournament, yeah, everyone's gonna get fucked. But what can Avais Hani do? That is gonna be interesting. And how is he gonna stand up against all of the top Korean players and Japanese and US players? So super hype. Can't wait to see this. And I hope you guys are as hype as I am. So yeah, take care everyone and have a lovely day.